What's up, guys? I hope you are all sticking with the Sync 60 challenge and doing what you can to get to your 60-day goal. And I know that as weeks go on, some weeks you do better than others. Sometimes you might find yourself in a week where you have not achieved your weekly goal, but I hope you are all able to start to see and at least become aware of some of the distractions or obstacles that have become in your way, or maybe some skills you need to sort of brush up on to be able to start achieving your 60-day goals in the future, or maybe even just recalibrating what kind of goals you can actually get done in 60 days. It is better to set a smaller goal for yourself and actually achieve it than to set a way too ambitious goal and not get there. Okay, so I do believe that part of Sync 60 for a lot of you will be just becoming aware of what your limitations might be, so that moving forward, when you create your next 60-day goal, 30-day goal, whatever it is, you're now just much more aware of some of the issues you need to be looking out for as you progress through your weekly goals. So I hope you guys are sticking with us. I've been seeing some incredible, awesome stories from members, Sync Academy members, and just YouTube subscribers that are letting me know about how it's working out for you guys, and it's really cool to see that. So today, just a quick announcement. So as of January 1st, I have shut down all new enrollments for the Syndicate, okay? I made a video announcement about this in December. Some of you probably saw that. If you're new to the channel or you don't know what the Syndicate is my inner circle mentorship group, okay? I've gotten so many requests from thousands of producers over the years of, they want opportunities, they want to submit their tracks to libraries, they want feedback on their music. And so I've just had this big need from my community for this kind of service from me. Now, there's just one of me, so I can only do so much, right? There's only so many hours in the day, and I have a lot of things that I have to obviously manage with my time. But what I was able to do with the Syndicate, which has now been around for, I think, basically a little over 2 years. We started it in January of 2017. And it's massively grown. It's just incredible to see what it's done. And the amount of placements that we've gotten members and the opportunities that have been coming through it are just growing and growing and getting more and more impressive as the months and years have gone on. In fact, I had one student, you guys might have seen this video that I posted, he actually had over 257 placements from just one track that he got accepted through an opportunity in the Syndicate. And actually, I just logged in and we're over 300 placements now with that one track. So that track is just on fire. And there's many other success stories like that where students have actually gotten placements and they're continuously earning those back-end royalties basically through the opportunities that we secure through the Syndicate. So essentially the two main benefits that you would get as a Syndicate member is, number one, you get access to these licensing opportunities that are through my personal contacts and direct relationships in the industry. But not only that, every time you submit to one of our opportunities, you're actually going to get feedback on your track. So if you get accepted, awesome. You have a very cool track and you can obviously get on either to an album opportunity, or if it's a custom gig, you'll get submitted on. But even if you don't get accepted, I will personally give you feedback on why your track didn't make the cut. This is one of those things that it's a missing service in this industry. Libraries aren't able to do it. Most other companies that offer licensing opportunities are not able to do this. And it really doesn't do you any good unless you are getting that kind of feedback, because if you just continuously submit music to opportunities and you just keep getting rejections, or no, you didn't make it, but you don't get that really crucial, important other part of it, which is this is why your track didn't make it. Maybe you didn't follow the reference close enough. Maybe your samples weren't quite doing it. Your mix was a little bit off. There were some timing issues with your MIDI notes. Whatever the issue was that really just didn't have your track shine among the rest of the submissions that were for that opportunity. If you're not getting that crucial feedback, how do you know what to do better next time? How to basically start correcting those weaknesses in your production approach and get stronger as the opportunities go on, okay? And not only that, I do offer open reviews. So these are opportunities where you can basically post a demo, a full song, whatever it is that you're working on, and I actually go through your track, through the entire thing on video, and I give you guys my detailed feedback. I'll actually show you where in your track things are working really well, what's really strong about your track. But just like, any good doctor would, I will tell you, without any sugarcoating, this is what's not working about your track, or this is where you have some lack of focus, or here's where some transitions are a little bit strange, or maybe the emotional content of your track is getting a little bit nebulous and it's hard to really pinpoint. So you'll get really detailed feedback from somebody who's been in this business long enough to know what gets placements and what doesn't get placements, what kind of music actually will serve your career and potentially get you those long-term passive income royalties, and which tracks either won't even get accepted by a library, or if they do, will probably sit on the shelf and not really have the shine that you want them to have, okay? So those are the two primary benefits, and that's why I call it my inner circle mentorship group, okay? And I do exclusive live Q&As, and I do a lot of sort of advice sort of posts where we're basically talking about members' issues and what they're doing in the industry and how we can basically help each other sort of navigate this industry a little bit better. So if you are interested in becoming a syndicate member, right now it's looking like I will have 40 spots available right now. That number could change, but basically the reason why I can only accept so many and why I've shut it off for so many months is because I'm the only one running it, okay? So I'm the only one that can be giving feedback and all that kind of stuff for the opportunity. So I had two options as this group got bigger and bigger and more producers wanted to join. I could either expand the number of people that I allow, but that would mean I would have to hire people to help out with the reviews and the feedback. And I didn't want to do that because I think it would water down the service that you guys get with a syndicate, right? It's like you want to come in and get my feedback and get my ears to listen to it and my personal attention on your careers. But when you came in, you'd meet some other, mentor or some other producer. And it's like, that's not exactly, I think, what you guys would want. You probably want my feedback and my ears. And that's why I want to make sure that in order to do that, I have to keep the numbers low enough that I can manage it, right? So if I have 1,000 members in there, which trust me, if I allowed everybody to join, I would definitely get to 1,000 members very quickly. I just couldn't keep up with the workload. I mean, there'd be too many tracks coming in, too many submissions, and I can't do something like that. And I don't want you guys to feel when you're in the syndicate that you're just one of thousands of producers and you don't get any individualized attention, okay? So I made the conscious decision, keep numbers low, make sure the quality of service that I can provide every member that participates is high, okay? So this is how it's going to work. The open enrollment will start on April 15th, okay? So just a couple weeks from now. But a couple of things. Number one, there is an application to apply. So I don't just let anybody join us, okay? So you will have to apply. You will have to actually fill out some information about who you are, what your expectations are. I just need to know a little bit about each member that comes in because I am very strict with the membership. I want to make sure that it's a really strong group of producers that are supportive, positive, optimistic, and also more importantly, willing to work, okay? This is not a group where you basically join and I do all your work for you and I hand you a career on a silver platter. If you think that's what's happening with me or with any other company, you should really get out of this industry real quick because you're just going to get taken advantage of. That is not what the syndicate is about. The syndicate is about basically me providing you guys opportunities and feedback to essentially speed up the process of you getting into this industry, right? To get those first couple of placements, get into a couple of libraries, and then also get some really valuable feedback so you don't have to sit there wondering, well, why am I always getting rejected by these libraries? How come they're always just saying, it's not really what we're looking for? Or you just get ignored by libraries. They just don't have the resources to give you that kind of detailed feedback. But I've created a process and a program here where I can absolutely do that for you on a consistent basis, okay? So there is an application process. I am also going to give first dibs to those 40 spots to only Sync Academy and Sync Edge members. Now, why is that? Because I really want to work with those producers that are taking an active role in getting motivated and educated really about the industry, really learning what it really takes. Because with Sync Academy, you guys know that that's where you're going to learn how to create licensable music, right? So I want students that are coming into the syndicate. I don't expect you to be a pro or a master or anything like that, but I do expect you to have a fundamental understanding of what it is to be a professional music licensing producer. And when I say I need you guys to be submitting licensable submissions for these opportunities, I need you to know exactly what that means. So if you're not in Sync Academy yet, there's probably a good chance you really are in the dark about all of that stuff. And so it's going to be a much harder process for you to really succeed and get those placements because I really want you guys to actually get those placements through our opportunities, okay? And obviously with Sync Edge, a lot of you might be in Sync Edge and you're submitting to libraries, but you might be getting a lot of rejections and you might be getting a lot of just people ignoring you. And so I know for those of you that are serious enough to invest in your career and are looking to get that first acceptance from a music library, you probably just need a little bit of extra attention on your music to make sure that you're not just continuously submitting the same kind of bad, unlicensable tracks, really, to these libraries that are constantly, not accepting you essentially. So I want those of you that are taking that active role and making sure that you understand, yes, it's going to take work on your behalf to actually succeed in this business. I want those kind of students to be in the syndicate, okay? So that's what I'm going to do is on April 15th, if you're in Sync Academy or Sync Edge, I will post links inside of the membership areas and I will send you guys emails to actually apply. Again, even though you are in those programs, you still will need to apply. Again, this is my Inner Circle premium exclusive group, okay? So I'm very protective and I'm very picky about who I allow to come in. So you guys will get the first 40. And if there are any leftover spots, let's say that only 30 people, or maybe I'm sure a lot more than 30 will apply. Let's say I only accept 30 people of that group, then I will open it up to the rest of you. Okay, so I will be open to maybe filling those last 10 spots. But just know that you're going to be competing with potentially hundreds, maybe even thousands of other producers that are also submitting to get into those last few spots. So I want to make sure that you guys are aware of that your chances, if you're not in Sync Academy or Sync Edge, are actually much lower to get accepted into this program. And once we reach those 40 spots, that's it. I'm basically cutting it off, and I don't know when I will open it up again. I mean, this time it's been basically about 3.5 months since I've had anybody join the syndicate. So it could be another 3.5 months. It could be 6.5 months. It really just depends on when enough spots open up that I can sort of open up the gates a little bit and allow new members to join. Because right now we've had enough people that either graduated, left, or just canceled. So I have actually some spots that are available right now. So do not wait, don't delay. And if you really think that this is going to be a good benefit for you, and you really feel that having this sort of personalized touch to your career will sort of jetpack and speed up the process of you succeeding in this industry, this is the time to get involved with us. This is the time to join. Okay, and some really cool opportunities have already come down the pipeline in this year, in 2019 already, and there's some other really big ones that are actually coming on their way in the next coming months, especially this month in April and in May. We're gonna actually have a lot of opportunities, mostly album opportunities, but there's gonna be a lot of them coming through. So a lot of cool stuff that will be shared. So that's it, guys. I just want to let you guys know that is the situation moving forward. If you want to join Sync Academy or Sync Edge, and you've been wanting to join for a while, and this might be a good reason for you to join, the link is in the description box below. But either way, guys, I really hope you're just sticking with music licensing. That's really what I hope you guys are doing, is that you're staying motivated, you're staying positive, and you're keeping yourself motivated and educated about this business in whatever way that you possibly can. I really hope you guys are doing that. So thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you guys soon.